Jenny and Jeremy, breaking the ice, breaking the ice, breaking the ice. Jenny and Jeremy, breaking the ice, breaking the ice.
If I could drive any car that I wanted to drive, it would be a 2018 or 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This vehicle has a lot of space in it. It's roomy, it's comfortable, and it's good in the rain and snow. With living in Ohio, it's the only place that I know of that you can have all 4 seasons in 1 week. It's a true story. So that's the vehicle of my choice. In black with a sunroof.
For me, my dream car is something that's just totally impractical. It could be like an old Jeep Wrangler, which doesn't fit my family because I have 5 folks in my family. One of my favorites is old Toyota Land Cruisers. I would love to have one of those. I have no business owning one because I'm terrible with cars, but they look really cool. So
if I could drive any car, oh my gosh, dream car since I was like 16. 1965 Mustang convertible, light blue with a white convertible top and white interior. Yeah.
Here are 3 ways to overcome policy and still take care of the customer. Number 1, offer a one-time exception to the policy if it makes sense. This is where you really want to walk in your customer's shoes. This action usually builds customer confidence in your brand and your company. Number 2, don't use the phrase, "it's our policy," when you're responding to the customer. You want to soften the blow and say something like, "Let me see what I can do for you," or "I'm sorry, we don't offer that service right at this time, but here's what we can do for you." And then number 3, feel, felt, found. Tell the customer, "I understand how you feel." Tell the customer about a person that felt the same way initially. And then tell them how that person found that when they took the alternative suggestion, it all worked out for them. Feel, felt, found.
Now, obviously, many policies are there for a reason, and that's okay. But in customer service, what I want to be careful of is not using the word policy as a crutch for not helping the customer ultimately find a solution. Certainly, if they're doing something illegal or trying to game the system, yes, policies are there for our protection. I love a concept from the book Raving Fans by Ken Blanchard, where he talks about, he illustrates this guy working in this department store, and this customer asks for something and they don't have it, and so the employee, rather than saying, "Sorry, we don't have it," the employee goes to another store, buys the item, and then sells it to the customer in his store. And that's the mentality we want. We want to think like an owner, where, yes, maybe there's a policy that we cannot overcome. Sometimes we can't overcome them. But ultimately, we need to think about and be creative about ways to find solutions for customers, even if that means recommending that they go to a different store, but, print a map for them or walk them over there or whatever. It doesn't have to be, it can be slightly impractical, and that's going to wow your customers. And if you just drop the word policy on them, it certainly won't.
Oh my gosh, you said the P word, policy. Okay, so overcoming policy is real tricky because policies happen, but what I have found is that I question it. So this doesn't always solve it, but if there is a policy, I will still ask a manager or anyone who I can reach out to who may be able to help me make that decision to see if there is something we can do to work around it or work with the policy and be creative with the solution.